This is where it happened, right in front of the Biloxi Police Department. Though this spot marks a place where a gruesome crime took place, tonight it was something else. It was a place where a community began the healing process.
Father, we come to invoke blessings upon the Biloxi community.
All because we do not care.
With tears in their eyes, candles in hand, a community still stunned by the death of a police officer came together Tuesday.
We have accepted the fact that our brother is gone. Now we're going to grieve, and then we're going to just remember him.
The crowds came from all over for a prayer vigil for Robert McKeithen, who was 58 years old when he was gunned down in front of this same police department just 2 days earlier.
It was very hard, because this was a man that loved everybody. It wasn't about a color. He loved people.
Police say it was Darian Atkinson who shot Officer McKeithen right by his cruiser. But McKeithen's fellow patrol officer, Ruben Sabio, says he wants to remember his friend for his life, not his death.
He was very personable. Everybody was just relaxed talking to him.
Others say McKeithen had more than just a congenial disposition. Sheila McIntyre credits him for helping save her nephew's life.
When my nephew was trying to commit suicide, he was one of the officers came to where he was and talked to him and getting help and going to the hospital.
We still don't know why the gunman killed Officer McKeithen.
Well, I learned a long time ago, if you can answer the why, answer it. But don't ever try to use logic in an illogical situation, because you're not going to get an answer.
How great thou art.
Tonight was about remembering and praying. It's not easy, but Sabio says he finds strength from Officer McKeithen, even though he's gone.
It's the memories and the relationship that we had with each other that's going to carry us through.
Darian Atkinson is just 19 years old. He was arrested late last night in Wiggins, which is roughly 30 miles away from here. He was brought to the Harrison County Juvenile Detention Center there and will face a number of a capital murder charge there of a police officer. We did get a chance to hear through the Associated Press from Darian's mother, who says that if this did in fact happen, if her son did in fact kill Robert McKeithen, that it was likely due to mental health reasons. We also know that Darian's brother, Davian Atkinson, faces an accessory charge, though it's still unclear how exactly that happened. And we also learned tonight that Darian Atkinson is allegedly accused of a threat against Biloxi High School in 2018. I did confirm that with Biloxi Police Chief John Miller tonight, though he would not elaborate any further than that. That is the story in Biloxi. Paul Dudley, Eyewitness News.
Paul, thank you.